Today we are going to start another topic, that is logarithms. So before starting the topic, let's just understand few terms. Like if we say log a x equals to b, that simply means if we raise a to the power b, we'll get x. So we can write it as log a x equals to b. So let's just try to understand few properties of log. The first property says log a equals to x. Suppose so that simply means ax equals to a. So x equals to 1. So we can say log a equals to 1. So before taking log, we must understand like the base we are taking should be greater than 0 and a must not equals to 1. Now let's understand the second property of log. Second property of log. Suppose we have written a raised to the power x equals to b. So we can write it as, this is our first equation. So we can write it as log ab equals to x. So what is log? Log log tells us to what power a must raise so that we can get b. So log ab equals to x. So now raise first equation to the power 1 by x. So what we'll get? A x 1 upon x equals to b raised to the power 1 by x. So a equals to b raised to the power 1 by x, which will give us log b a equals to 1 by x. This is our second equation. Now this is our first equation and this is our second equation. Just multiply them. So we as we can see, log a by b into log b by a equals to x into 1 upon x, which will give us log a by b into log b by a equals to 1, and which is equals to log a by b equals to 1 upon log base b a. So this is our second property of log. This is our second property of log. Second property. Now let's start with third property of log, which says just before revealing the property, let's understand how to derive it. So third property, suppose we have a raised to the power x equals to b. This we can write it as log ab equals to x, or write it as equation number first. So now take a number. A number can be anything, but for the sake of convenience I'm taking e. So suppose e raised to the power y equals to a. We have raised e raised to the power something which will give us a, and write it as equation number second. Now e raised to the power z equals to b. Now taking the same base e, we have raised it to the power z, and the result is b. Mark it as equation number third. So see the equation number second. Raise equation number second to the power x. So what we will get, e raised to the power yx equals to ax. See, ax equals to b and ez equals to b. So simply we can say e by x equals to ax equals to b equals to ez. So we can say e raised to the power yx equals to z, ez. As e is a positive number and it is not equal to 1, it is not equals to -1, so simply we can say yx. That's the reason we can say yx equals to z. Suppose let's just take an example. 2 raised to the power cube equals to 2 raised to the power something. So as 2 is a positive number, so which is equals to 8, so 2 raised to the power x, so 2 raised to the power cube equals to 8, so x should also be equals to 3, as 2 is a positive number greater than 1. So we can say yx equals to z and x equals to z by y. So we can say see this, log base a by b equals to x and x equals to z by y. So log a by b equals to z by y and z by y, and we have ez equals to b. So log a b z equals to this ln b equals to z. So we can say ln b upon and y equals to ln a. So we can say this is our third property. So we can say log a by b equals to log something capital A by b upon log something capital A upon A. So this is our third property. Like we can change the base. This is B, this is A. We can change the base in this way. And to further, we can take further from this equation, we can deduce further result from this equation. We can say log a by b into log a by a equals to log AB AB, which is equals to, if we have some number written in this form where in first number a is the base and in second number result is the base, we can say it log b by a, log b by a. Hope it helps. So this is our third property of log. Thank you. Now let's try to understand the fourth property of log, which says 5 log 5x, and we have to find the value of this expression. So there is nothing much more to think about it, because it is very simple. Because let's try to understand this. Log 5x, suppose we have raised 5 to the power something and we get x. So this is representing that something. So what it is written here, something, and that something equals to x. That 5 raised to power something equals to x, so it should also be equals to x, and the value of expression should also be equals to x. Thank you. I don't know if I explained it correctly, but it's very simple, so I hope you get it.